In AMOS, we can actually do path analysis with observed data files also. So let us create a new canvas. Okay, so let us have a new canvas. And now we will read this data SEM underscore C. To do moderation now in AMOS, we will read data SEM underscore C, the imputed file. And we'll say, okay. And now we will have a list of items, list of variables here, right? What is the list of variables? Lead, procedural justice, and creative behavior, right? This is what we have. And have I not? Yeah, let me actually save this. Okay, let me save this. So I have saved it. And now let us read this again in AMOS. Let us read the data SEM underscore C again. And now we also have the mean centered variables. Right, so what is the first thing that we will have? We want to have, this is our creative behavior, observed. This is observed because this is the imputed value. So we can work with this. We want to bring lead. We want to bring PJ, and we want to bring the interaction term. We also want to bring our controls. So let us put the controls. Okay, so this is the control. So what do we have? We have the X, we have the moderator, and we have the X into moderator. Now it is very simple. Just add these parts. Okay, touch up. And also add parts from the controls. And then touch up again. Okay, this makes it beautiful. These are the 4 controls. Touch up each one of these and give it a name. Let us call this as moderation. Okay, so this is our moderation model, right? Let us do the estimates, squared multiple correlations, okay? And we can have the effects. Yeah, that is about it. Modification effects is about it. Okay, and because these are all independent variables, we can also model the covariances between these. So we will draw, go to plug, we'll select all these are independent variables. So we will model the covariances between these.
Sir, how did you put all these correlating arrows? Can you show them?
So we'll go to plugins, okay, and then draw covariances, right? So let me see if I can. Yeah. So you have to select all of these and then just select all these independent variables, and these are all independent variables, and then go to plugins and draw covariances. So it will automatically draw these covariances. And now if we run this, let us see what does it say. We have missed. Yeah, so there are 2 things that we have missed. First, we will add the error term, the residual, error residual. So we will name this We will name, this is the regression residual. So let us call this as E1. Okay. And then there is leadership to, it says this path has been left out. So let us model this path as well. Okay. So now let us run this. Okay. Yeah, because it has missing values. So we will have to we'll remove this modification and we'll estimate means and intercept. And now we will run this and we have got our, because it has, now it has, we have exhausted all degrees of freedom here. So it does not give us a model fit. If we look at the estimates, we can see that leadership to creative behavior 0.221, it is significant. PJ to creative behavior, it is significant as well. And leadership to creative behavior, it is 0.034, but it is non-significant. And this is what we had found from our analysis in the SPSS output as well, right? That this was not significant, right? This is not significant, and the moderation comes out to be not significant in this case as well. Then there are these covariances that you can see, leadership to age, gender, education. This is, these are non-significant, so we can actually remove these parts. Then PJ to age, we can retain. PJ to EGen and education, we can remove. Okay, education and EGen for PJ, we can drop these covariances. And then for PJ, the product term age, gender, education, we can drop these parts, and even for tenure, right? So we can only retain the covariances between these control variables, but we are seeing with these independent factors, we can remove these covariances. So that is an additional analysis now you can perform. You can do one more step here where you can remove these covariances that you are seeing. So let us remove these covariances for all these control variables. Lead PJ. Let us just retain what we found to be significant. So what did we find significant? We found that leadership, mean-centered, and PJ, this is significant. And leadership, mean-centered, and to the product term, these are significant. So we will add these covariances, this one and this one. Okay. Then what did we find to be significant? We found product term and the procedural justice. This was significant. So we will model this covariance also. Then what did we find to be significant? We found procedural justice to age to be significant and procedural justice to tenure to be significant. So we model procedural justice to age and procedural justice to tenure. These are two additional covariances that we model. Then we look at the thing and we find that leadership to age is not significant, so I will leave it. Age to gender is significant, we will model it. Age to education and age to tenure is fine. Gender and education, there is no covariance. So gender and education, we will drop this. And gender and tenure, it is okay. Education and tenure, and lead PJ to tenure is not theirs, which we have already, right? So we only retain these covariances in our model. So we will save it and we will run it. Again, it will ask us, well, you have not covaried these independent variables. It is fine. We will tell the software, proceed with the analysis. Okay, and we will get the result. Now you see, you have got an excellent model fit. Okay, you have also got a model fit. Chi-square is 14, degrees of freedom is 11, and probability. So you can go and report your model fit. Okay, CFI is excellent, RMSEA is excellent, chi-square DF, chi-square by DF is excellent. And then you go and report your estimates. Okay, lead to creative behavior is significant, PJ to creative behavior is significant, the interaction term is not significant, right? And that is what you have. Okay, and none of the controls are significant to creative behavior. Right, so this is how you can, so again, consistent, we get consistent results. This, by the way, for your information, is also called as path analysis. In SEM, you can also do regressions with observed variables, and this model or this diagram actually shows you how you can do path analysis between using observed variables in AMOS, where you can test multiple relationships in one go. The same kind of analysis that we got for in the SPSS can be reproduced in AMOS.